is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. We're going to talk about Kenny Atkinson mutually parting ways with the Brooklyn Nets. I know I'm late on this, but I wanted to just take some time to think about it. And this is a deal that made sense when it first happened. A guy that really had nothing to lose, nothing to gain coming into Brooklyn. Really trying to establish himself, establish his identity, establish his brand of basketball with a young team that was, in a situation where they had a lot of flack and a lot of people was going after them, especially after they made the trade. For Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, and it didn't work out. They wanted to rebrand and restructure themselves and go in a different direction. And you get Kenny Atkinson, like I said, a guy with nothing really to gain or lose coming into the situation. And he get a chance to be a head coach with a team that was really going nowhere. A lot of people didn't even expect them to make it to the playoffs last year, but they ended up doing it, which was a surprise. Even I, who mainly got all of the playoff predictions right last year, I picked them to miss the playoffs coming into the season, and they ended up making it. So even I was shocked that they was able to go on the run that they did, but they was able to take a gamble with the trade for D'Angelo Russell. He ended up turning into an all-star caliber player for them last year, and he's been a 20-point scorer ever since. So they figured out how to utilize him and how to get the best out of him, and it ended up benefiting them at the end of the day, and it turned him into an all-star and helped them get into the playoffs. And they trusted him, and you got to give a lot of that to Kenny Atkinson, turning his offense over, allowing D'Angelo to play his game, be who he is, and go out there and score the way he scores, but also put him in situations to where he can succeed. And that's what a coach is supposed to do, is get the best and put their players in situations where they can be their best. And he did that last year, whether it was with Karis LeVert or even helping Dinwiddie get those opportunities that he did coming out of the G League and becoming a starting caliber point guard at this point of his career, whether it's allowing Karis LeVert even the last couple weeks before he got fired to, take the type of shots that he was taking, which was tough, contested shots, but they still was finding ways to win games. Now, I know they don't have the greatest record this year or last year. I know they're not a legitimate championship team. I know I even questioned them when they got Kevin Durant and Kyrie that they're not going to be that great. I don't feel like they're a legitimate championship team because of Kyrie health, because of their suspect defense, because their defense is suspect when you think about it, because at the end of the day, they have no great defenders. Kevin Durant, we don't know what type of defender he's going to be. DeAndre Jordan is no longer a great defender. Prince is not a great defender. Harris has never been known as a defender. Neither has Dinwiddie, LeVert, or Kyrie. So who's going to lead them defensively? How are they going to win a championship without being a defensive team? Plus, they're a team that really had no, direction offensively because they didn't have Kevin Durant all season. So now they got to redo their whole offense. They have to figure out everything else. And the sad part about it is Atkinson is really a reason why they've been able to make the playoffs the last 2 years, because I believe they're going to make it this year for sure. But that's even with Kyrie being injured. They still been able to figure out how to win until he got fired, even winning a couple games before he got fired. And they even won the Celtics game that they shouldn't have won. But he allowed Karis LeVert to be who he was, and that was able to help them steal that game. So I have to give a lot of credit to Kenny Atkinson for really taking the job, really taking that gamble, really allowing him to show that he can coach and he can develop and he can put players in situations where they can succeed, but also allowing his players to have confidence that they can play their games and he'll ride with them and he'll allow them to do what they can do and do what they best at. And that's what you want out of a coach. So I'm not saying Kenny Atkinson is the greatest coach, but he did do small little things that can boost confidence in role players, boost confidence in your star players, and boost confidence possibly even in superstar players. But we haven't really been able to see it because he just now got Kyrie and he never even been able to coach Kevin Durant, and he won't now that he's been let go. So it's sad because we won't see him coach this team with Kyrie and Kevin Durant, and we don't really know what they're going to do in the offseason with this roster. I think Kyrie Irving was definitely right. I know people want to say get rid of Dinwiddie, get rid of Karis LeVert and Jarrett Allen and try to trade them in for a Bradley Beal or some type of player, but you do have to figure out how to get this team to a title. You get Kyrie and you get Kevin Durant. Everybody's thinking that, oh, you got the best player in the world because how he played in the playoffs and Kevin Durant before he got injured. And you look at Kyrie Irving, one of the top 10, top 15 players in the world, a perennial all-star, all NBA caliber player just last season in Boston. So you have those two type of players coming to your team and you have solid role players. You have to figure out how to get this team from a great team to a championship contender. Even if it's the Eastern Conference, I still think you do have teams like Philly. You have teams like Miami that's going to have Pat Riley keep trying to tinker with this roster to get them to that title contention. You still do have the Bucks with Giannis, who continues to get better each and every season. And you still do have teams like the Celtics that is only going to continue to get better because that's all they have done the last 3 seasons with Tatum and Brown and Kimba being added to this team this season. So I look at Kenny Atkinson as unfinished business. It's something that we should at least get a chance to see before they let him go. But I heard that he was unhappy. I was told that he was unhappy. He really didn't want to be here. And like I said, you really don't know how this roster is going to look. You really don't know how Kevin Durant is going to be on both sides of the court. So it's not even guaranteed that he could say, I'm coming back next season. We have a chance to win the title because this team to me is farther than what people think to winning it all. Even if they do get to the Eastern Conference Finals, that's a failure when you have the type of talent and the type of personnel that they possibly could have coming into next season. So I did think that they should try to get that third all-star caliber player because I don't think like when you have Kevin Durant in his 30s and Kyrie only getting older, you do have to try to win this title while you have them under contract and try to win as many as you can. And that's what I thought that they should do once they do get Kevin Durant back, is trying to get that third guy to go with Kyrie and Kevin Durant to increase and make this team a lot stronger. It might make them weaker defensively, well, I mean, weaker bench wise, but you can always pick up buyout players. We've seen the Clippers do it. We've seen the Rockets pick up Jeff Green and Damari Carroll. We've seen the Clippers pick up Reggie Jackson, Marcus Morris, and Joakim Noah. We've seen the Lakers even pick up guys like Deion Waiters, who's a quality guy, and even picking up guys like Markieff Morris. So it's possible to get quality, 2 to 3 quality guys that can come in out of the buyout and come feeling right on your roster and plug them right in, and you have a good enough roster. You only need about 8 players to go deep into the playoffs and have a chance to win the title. But it is good to have a little extra. But with the type of roster that they have now and the type of personnel that they have and the type of picks that they have been able to accumulate, they do have enough of a haul with good role players and young solid players and a little bit of future with the picks to, package those things together to get that third star so they can capitalize on Kyrie and Kevin Durant, second year under their contract next season. So we'll try to win the championship as fast as possible before they're gone, because we don't know if they're going to be committed to Brooklyn or they just come in just for the time being. But they did do enough to attract 2 all-star caliber players. They did do enough to get the superstar player. They did do enough to make it to the playoffs the last 2 seasons. So they have improved. They have grown. They have developed guys. They have got the young guys playing above their heads. And at the end of the day, that's a success. So I don't look at Kenny Atkinson as a failure. I don't look at him as a disappointing coach. I didn't think he was one of the worst coaches in the NBA. I didn't think he was one of the greatest coaches in the NBA. I didn't think of him as a championship coach because we didn't have a chance to see if he can really do it at that level. But he did do a good job for what he was given, for what he started off as. And like I said, everybody did count him out. And everybody did think that they wasn't going to make it to the playoffs even last year. And with all the injuries and all the damage and even losing Kyrie and Kevin Durant this season, they still was able to figure out how to win games, the good, the ugly ones. And even though their record isn't that great, they still was able to, get close to 40 wins. Or even if they do get to 40, that's still a very good season, despite having no real defenders, in my personal opinion, and no real all-star caliber player anymore for the rest of the season now that they have no Kevin Durant and Kyrie. So I still think they had a decent season because coming into this season, I didn't have the Brooklyn Nets to have a great season anyway. Even with Kyrie, I thought they'd be a good team. I never thought they'd be great, and I never thought they'd be contenders until they have have a chance to get Kevin Durant, see what they have in him, and that would depend also what they do in the offseason. But I never looked at them as a championship contender, even with Kevin Durant. And now looking at them now, I still look at them as a team. Okay, they gonna make the playoffs, but I don't really see them doing anything big coming into this season. So Kenny Atkinson, to me, he was already given a pass to me this season because I didn't expect him to do anything, and they made it to the playoffs. It looked like, and that's all I expected them to really do. I didn't think they was gonna make no noise just with Kyrie, and so he did what he was supposed to do, and he achieved better than what people thought, and he overachieved even last season, and he has done what he was supposed to do as a coach and as a guy that was giving young talent and develop them. So I like him. I like what he did. I do hope he get another opportunity. I do feel like if you're not happy, turn down the money, find a different job, or if you're just miserable in general, why stay going to work just because you're making millions if you're not really happy and enjoying what you do? So at the end of the day, I do support his decision. And if Brooklyn feel like they can find somebody better, if Brooklyn feel like they got to go in a different direction to get a title in Brooklyn, then do it. I don't feel no problems if you feel like Kenny Atkinson ain't the guy. Kenny Atkinson can't get you to the next level. If you feel that way, you have the power to make that decision. And if that's the decision that they wanted to make, even if it was mutual, then that's fair. Find somebody you feel like better, find somebody that's a better fit, and find somebody that can get you the roster and get the talent that you need to get the job accomplished, which is winning the title for Brooklyn. And when they look at it that way, that's mutual. I don't want to be here. I'm not happy here, and I'm not really liking the direction of this team, and the team not feeling like he can really get the job done probably. Then to me, that is a mutual way to part ways. So other than that, I don't have a problem with both sides. I see it from Kenny Atkinson perspective. I see it from Brooklyn perspective, not really being a great team at all, but being a solid team isn't going to get you to where you need to be. It got you Kevin Durant and Kyrie, but even with them two, you still got to win the ultimate goal, which is winning the title, which they have yet to do. And we have to see if they will do it. And if they don't, then they might be back in the same situation where they have a young talent and they rebuilding. And then they got to find the superstars again. So it's a tough thing to do is win. I said about Denver. Now it's just about you got the talent, you got the superstar. Now, how can you win the title? That's what Brooklyn should be focused on. And they feel like Kenny Atkinson can't get it done. And they feel like that they want to go in a different direction when it comes to a style of play, and they need to get an elite level coach. Then so be it. Get the job done, do better, find somebody better, and win that title. Hopefully in the next couple seasons, because they under contract. So hopefully they can stay healthy. Hopefully they can get a better roster, and hopefully we can see if they can be an elite team coming next season as a contender and a legitimate championship contender. Not just a contender in the East, but a championship contender in general, with Kevin Durant and Kyrie coming back, hopefully fully healthy at the start of the season. So let me know what you guys think. Should they have kept Kenny Atkinson? Did he overachieve? Did he underachieve? Was he just a good coach? Was he a great coach? Was he a bad coach? Would you think he a top 5 coach, one of the worst coach? Or was he just a top 15, top 20 coach? Whatever you feel about Kenny Atkinson, let me know. Whatever you feel about this move. Was it the right move for Brooklyn? Was it the right move for Kenny? Was it the right move for both? Whatever you feel, let me know in the comment section below. I read every comment. If you're new to the channel, check out my other videos. If you like this video and you like basketball videos, I make a video every single day. I do cover everything in the NBA. So if you like summer league, free agency, trade deadline, preseason videos, or even NBA draft videos. I make videos every day, and I also make breakdowns. So if you like those type of videos, this is the channel for you. Also, if you're new to the channel, check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Thanks for everybody that liked on Facebook already. And if you haven't, please like on Facebook. Also, if you're new to the channel, check out my merchandise. Like I said in the beginning of the video, you can also buy it on Facebook. You can message me on Facebook. I have shirts on Facebook and pictures. If you want a particular color, I can change the color of the shirt, and I can also change the color of the logo and get it shipped out to you. All you got to do is message me. Other than that, Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis, I'm gone, and let me know what you guys think about Kenny Atkinson and the Brooklyn Nets mutually agreeing to part ways and go in different directions, as Kenny Atkinson wants a different job in a different location, and Brooklyn want an elite level coach that can get them over the top and hopefully a title in the next 3 to 4 years while they have Kevin Durant and Kyrie signed. Let me know what you guys think though in the comment section below. And like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for the love and support.